Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Lost Ideas of Odin. Well, in the last episode we didn't really do too much, but we did also make a decent amount of progress. We finished off a state agenda, which we were awfully close to failing. We've got ourselves a new advisor who is, well, actually, you know what? We did not pick him up now, did we? No, we didn't have the cash to be able to pick him up, but here he is, a trade efficiency fellow, extra 10%, 2 diplomatic skill, and only 272 in cost, and of the age of 33. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our abilities there. That will do splendidly. We're going to be working on this diplomatic power so we can quickly squeeze on out the final one of these ideas, pick up a new policy, and then, well, hurry up because we need to catch up on tech. Yes, we're slightly behind on tech here with our Diplo, and then in, what is this, 5 years we need to pick up another round. So yes, colonialism is going to be a little bit difficult for us to collect for now, but it is what it is. If we have a look at the institution map mode, whereabouts is it? Hang on a second, here we go. We do not have colonialism, unfortunately. We are much further ahead than the rest of the Americas, but unfortunately, look at that, our rival, Castilian West Indies, they do in fact have it. Very, very painful. I'd love to be able to find some way to steal that from them, but I doubt that that is viable. Okay, so while we work on that, it's also getting towards the end of the Age of Discovery, and we have plenty of loans to pay off, but that will be sorted out relatively soon. So, manpower was the other thing that we were focusing on last episode. We're now just under our maximum, which is a pretty good place to be, and I think we might be able to start capitalizing. So, in the last episode, we did see that Huron here annexed Oshaga, so we're going to go ahead and maybe go to war with them. We've got 3 claims against them. That would give us our center of trade. It would give us, what else? These other 2 provinces as well. Let us expand a little bit further. We've got lots of admin power to spare, so I think that that's the way we're going to go. They have 11,000 men with 0 manpower. I feel like we're in a phenomenal position to be able to do something nicely. So, we'll go ahead and call back our diplomat and let that happen. As for the others, is there anything else we can do with our spy network? No, and there's nothing else we can claim, so that will suffice. What about... oh, wait a second. Mohawk. We are building spy network for when we do take all of this, so we can lay claims to that as well. And then Inu... oh, that's right. We were going to go ahead and fabricate a claim on that up there, which we will, in fact, take. So that is everything we need. We will drop that spy network, since that's not exactly beneficial. And I think we go ahead and bring up our army maintenance. The good news is we're still turning a profit now, which is excellent. Almost 3 ducats a month at full army maintenance. We still do have a fair chunk of corruption, 2.6. We are trying to burn that down passively. We debased our currency a while ago so we could pay off some huge loans from Castile. So, you know, it is what it is there. Alright, let's bring you all the way up over here. Do you guys have any friends still? The answer is apparently no. Okay, so what else is going on? You are improving relations with them. Fox and Cree, but again, what else have we got? Warning. Okay, warning a few people. Okay, that's nothing too crazy there. They have lots of spy network on us. Alright, that's fine. They can have their claims and all of that jazz. I do not care. We're going to get our troops into position so we can do something and hopefully have a relatively swift war this time round. Alright, so colony is self-sustaining. Excellent. Which one was this one? Oh, up over here. So that's a good amount of taxes, some decent production and mediocre manpower. So that's good. We can also pick up a new Splendor ability, so I suppose we may as well take the, I don't know, the aggressive expansion upgrade. There's nothing else that's really going to help us here. Oh no, claims bordering claims. There we are. You know what? That is actually rather nice. We might be able to squeeze out another claim here. There we go. Excellent work. We'll steal that right now. Age of Discovery is ending in, how long did I say? Was it 111? So about just under 10 years. So we should make use of that while we can. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do as much as we possibly can. We'll keep on spying there, and I suppose, well, I don't think there's too much more we could really ask for. So with all of our troops in position, let's armor on up. Do we want to go ahead and build up an extra stack of cannons just to be... You know what, I think we probably would, but for now I'm not expecting that much trouble, so I think we just go ahead and declare the war. Alright, we do have an ally which we could call in, which we're not even going to bother. Let's go ahead and make, let's say Oshaga the war goal. Oh, actually, hang on a second, they've got 11,000. We do outnumber them. Hang on a second, just, let's have a look. Tech 6, Tech 9. You know what, we'll give it just one more month to make certain that we have, as much morale as possible. I don't want to lose a battle unnecessarily. We'll make a beeline straight for the capital or their army, whichever one we see first. But I think that should be... you know what? We're not going to risk it. I'm not going to lose any extra manpower than necessary. We'll take just that extra day and get that sorted. So, declare the war. We know our war goal. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We are, in fact, making the most out of our free war taxes as well. So, that will also help us keep money coming on in. Well, that's right. And we do have an extra colonist. So, colonist, where shall we send you? Let us not get too distracted. Got some good taxes up over here. Production is obviously a nice thing for us to have in this current trade node. Yeah, I think that's just going to be as is. Do we want to go ahead and maybe path down a little bit, or do we just want to connect our borders? You know what, I think connecting borders and taking the coastline and preventing Great Britain from getting access is probably ideal. We'll go ahead and we'll send you there. That should be fun. In fact, we will just double check. How's our yearly spread? 80 per year with a 40% chance. We're looking very, very nice as far as our colonists are concerned. So, yeah, we're definitely going to start expanding as those increase. We do have an extra core that we can core on up. It's a little bit of admin, but I suppose it is part of our state already. Lower Canada? Yeah, we already have the whole thing. We may as well. We'll work on what we can. And, alright, let's see about moving our troops. So, first things first, let's take our cavalry and you can take the objective. We're going to take our army and march over here. Again, ticking war score. We want this to be swift and efficient. Yeah, I don't see any point in playing around. Alright, we've lost a war goal against these guys, but of course they are not where we can reach them. I'm fairly sure that we... No, let's build spy network. You never know. Maybe we can get a claim on that. We should be able to. We've got a tile border there. These guys still have 11,000 men, but I cannot see their troops. Let's just march a little bit further forwards and see if we can find our enemy. Yeah, here we go. Can we... Oh, they're doing a quick 180. Alright, let's see if we can catch them out. In fact, they'll be there on the 30th. We'll be there on the 30th as well, but they will get a crossing penalty. So... Alright, let's slow down time for 2 seconds. And we'll see that they get locked on in, and then we'll go ahead and engage. Yes, we'll get the -1 for the woods, but they'll get the -1 for the crossing penalties, so... Assuming... It should be alright, but either way, a battle is what we want. We want to be able to take care of them pretty quickly. We'll bring in our cavalry, you never know, it could be useful. But again, a quick and decisive battle is what we're after. If we have a look at our numbers, look at that, 3.4 morale to their 2.2. We've got an extra 50% in tactics. And morale, well, I don't think that's going to change all that much. Alright, come on. Can we stack wipe? The answer is no. But not for a lack of trying. Let's see if we can chase them to their capital. You can move up a single province. We're not going to get you caught out unnecessarily. You'll be there tomorrow. Can we take them out? I guess we'll soon see. Oh, they're retreating up north. Okay, well, you know what? That's all good. We'll get there. We'll take a little bit of attrition. We can't kill them off, unfortunately. They don't have any extra lands to take. We'll go ahead and... well, let's create a new unit. We'll keep the cannons, and we'll keep just over 3,000 men. That should be fine. We'll select this unit. We'll send you back over there, and then we'll quickly carpet siege the remaining. And I'm pretty sure they will not try to do too much. Again, with no manpower generation, they're not going to be able to reinforce. They'll technically have morale, but again, it will be so insignificant. Well, there's not much that they can really do. Alright, so let's go ahead and quickly lay siege to the last of those provinces. Our cavalry should be able to quickly scoot across to the next. And, well, I think with that we can even start preparing ourselves a peace agreement. So, first things first, we will take everything we have claims on. That is the point of using our administrative power. 168 isn't insignificant, but we will take it. What do we do with the remaining? Well, we should probably take some money. That's always good. We could pay off a loan for that. Aggressive expansion, 45. Again, I don't care about that. And then... what do we desire? Maybe we can't force their religion. Could get them to give up some claims. War reparations, that could be useful. Hang on a second, we're going to have a bit of a look at the development. 13 dev here. 12. 10. 8. Okay, so there's some definitely decent land to be taking. I just don't know how far we want to expand. I would like extra borders against more people so we can, well, so we can claim more things. That would be ideal. You know what? For now, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. We're just going to take what we can and keep a weather eye out for any armies trying to cause us trouble. Alright, some natives in one of our colonies are accepting our culture. Oh, very nice. They're going to love being Norse. That they shall. Boosting up our colony there, saving us a good year and change. That's always nice. There's some more occupations. Let's keep our troops relatively central, I think. Yeah, if we can minimize the amount of, what do we call it? If we can minimize the amount of devastation we cause, that would be ideal. Some of these things are already heavily devastated and will remain that way for quite some time. We should really try and expand some forts just so we can burn that down at a faster pace. But for now, I think we'll try and minimize just how much there is. So what's that? 6.1. Some of these actually aren't terrible. I guess you're not going to change anytime soon. Oh, and look at that. The Castilians just marching around like they own the place. I really dislike those guys, but unfortunately, we cannot do too much about that. So, yeah, we're just going to have to hurry up and wait. We will speed up some time as we are sieging. We do have some nice little modifiers there with having an extra cannon. If we can get a second one, that will speed things up for future battles, future wars. We've got a good amount of manpower. We're not really losing anything, which is fantastic. We've minimized our attrition. I don't think we've got too much to complain about. We can call in an ally, but we're not going to waste time with such things, as that would also take away some of our money. Alright, so what have we got? Mercantilism for legitimacy. Who's our advisor? Oh, he's our really good fellow. You know what? That's fine. Legitimacy, we can earn that once again. We're gaining about 1 per year. So that will be fine. Legal reform. Ooh. Lose local autonomy for the Quebec area at 15%. Hang on a second. Let's have a quick check. That's 1.274. That's still relatively high. Everywhere else is looking fairly good. That is everything. So that's more or less 15% for just that one province. Or do we do 30 years for less autonomy for more autonomy change for longer? You know what? 30 years is a pretty decent amount of time. So let's see. Let's just do the math for a second. So 0.05. Do that for 12 months per year. That gives us 0.6. So 0.6 per year over 30 years. It's going to end up being mildly more. I think we'll give them the local legal reform. Sure, we'll go ahead and take it over time. Potentially there might be another event that can follow after the fact, so that could be potentially useful. We've gained a core on Iroquois. Oh, that's very nice. We will happily take that. Another colony is self-sustaining. That is excellent. Boosting up our production. Again, we do have that perk from the Age of Discovery for the... what is this? Colony development boost of +1. So we really do need to make the most of these colonists before the age ends. We'll go... Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and send you here. Force these guys to move up to the natural harbor, and then we can annex them and all of their strength. That would be ideal. We can repay a loan, but I think for the moment we will let things be. Again, 35%. We're almost done with this war. Yeah, oh, you know what? We could probably go ahead and spy on these guys too. Yeah, let's build spy network there. Potentially, we might even take them as a subject. I don't think we have any as of this moment. No, we've annexed all of them, so maybe that is something that's a potential avenue of expansion without us spending too much unnecessarily. Yeah, alright, so what have we got? Mohawk, 30%. Let's go ahead and fabricate another claim. We will take you. As with Huron, well, that's not going to change anything. Still working on that claim there. Oh, successful company, gaining some extra money. Oh, it's about time we get some solid events. That is excellent. There's another colony sorted out, so that's, yeah, again, more good development. Let's go ahead and... Well, you know what? I would really rather not have the British pop right on in here. It would be a little bit close to home. Maybe that could be advisable. Yeah, I think we just shore up what we've got. Again, this is probably stuff that will state up fairly swiftly, so, yeah, I think that's what we'll work on for the moment. We can repay a loan, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that. 123 ducats is easy enough. We've got 3 years to repay the other 4. That's fine. We can go ahead and core up the rest. Bring that autonomy down. The siege is over, and would you look at that unconditional surrender. Whatever we choose to do is our prerogative. So, could we full annex these? We definitely could. Rather expensive. But again, we're not really spending our power on anything. Still a good chunk of money. We don't get war reparations, funnily enough. That's a decent chunk of aggressive expansion, but again, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, as we solidify this little area, there's only a handful of nations around us, and a lot of the smaller ones are not going to be able to do anything. Okay, hang on a second. Let's just double check that that is indeed the right call. Let's clear our offer. We'll still go for all the money. We'll take everything we have claims on. Do we want to go... what have we got? 8, 10, 12. Maybe we leave them with a single province? That's always a possible strategy. We could also... yeah, gain a land border over here. Okay, you know what? How about... we'll take this and we will take... that. Could we force there? No, it's still a little expensive. We'd have to go ahead and drop some of the money. In fact, it's halving our cash. Would we rather trade some administrative power for diplo power? It's probably not a bad way of doing things. What about this? This is part of a full state. We probably want to take the full state at the very least. Yeah, that's probably advantageous. So I guess we might leave them with a single province. Leave them as an OPM. Still can take some solid amounts of money. It's not quite as good. But it still gives us the land border with everyone that we want. It would give us an extra subject, which I guess we could annex at a later date. Could potentially feed them as well. You know what? I think we just actually go ahead and we're going to go ahead and cancel the vassalization. We're taking all of the money and we'll take all of the land. I don't think that there's too much else we could really plan to do. The aggressive expansion is going to be bad, but again, I don't think I care. So, oh, when we get a diplomat, I guess that will do. So let's call you back home, and then in 6 days we can send you back and tell them that they no longer have a nation. Sure, let's go. Send that demand. Alright, so we are much, much bigger and stronger than before. That is fantastic. War exhaustion, do we give it a month or two? It's only, what, 0.7 to our CCR. I believe we did pick up the idea that gives us the core creation cost already, so that's already nice. Actually, those unjustified demands probably came in rather nicely on that last one there. You know what? 3 years ahead of time on tech. We haven't got colonialism. That's a 30% malice. You know what? I don't think we go that much further. I think we go ahead and we'll use all of this. Yes, an extra idea group would be rather nice, but expanding our nation is probably very, very good. So let us go ahead and call roll. See where that gets us. Alright, corruption is growing. We may want to pay that down ever so slightly, although 0.24 per year is not the be-all and end-all. We've got a good amount of money. We can repay another loan, so I guess we should. 2 of them, in fact. And then, what do we think? 3 years for 2 more loans? I think we could probably do it. Yeah, we can drop some army maintenance. We can make 10 ducats a month. Spoils of war, that'll drop us down a little bit. Knowledge sharing still. Trades are looking very solid. Taxes are looking good. I think we're in a pretty good spot right about now. Yeah, and our colonial maintenance. Hang on a second. We've got 4. Wait, 3 colonies? Where's our 4th colonist? I am curious. So that's 1. We have 2. And then... oh, is it this one here? Yeah, 3. And... 1, 2. And then... 3. I am not too sure as to where some of them are. Oh yes, and also too, I guess that's going to be rather expensive as that's already part of a state. that will be quite costly to integrate. Yeah, I suppose that is a thing for us. Alright, well either way, advancement of the merchant class, they gain some extra influence, which I do not care too much about. We could happily go ahead and full annex these guys. What do we think that would cost us? Not too much. Micmac or whatever they would happily move. Should probably send another colonist here just so they can't go too much further, and then maybe we declare war, force them there, give them a little bit of time, then we just attack them directly and force them to go where we want them. It's not a bad plan. How many troops have you got? 8,000. Again, you can't join a coalition if you don't exist, now can you? That'll give us land borders with multiple others. I'm beginning to think that this might be the way that we do things. Yeah, these guys are probably the strongest out of everybody, and well, they're not that fantastic. Actually, hang on a second. You know what we should do? Since we've gone to war with so many people, maybe we will see if anybody is looking for a grand overlord who may keep them nice and safe. Is anyone willing to accept vassalization? They're outraged. I suppose we could try and improve relations with a couple. I know it's a bit of a different change of tact, but we could technically do it. Yeah, you know what? That's what we'll go ahead and start. You guys, you know what? We'll bring you together. We'll get you to. Oh, peasants getting uppity. Lose more legitimacy or give them loyalty. Okay, hang on a second. What have we got? Nobility's at 45. How long until we can seize land? Another 2 years. Well, you know what? It will get them closer to their equilibrium. We might get some extra nice little bonuses. Sure. You know what? We'll enforce the serfdom. Lose 35 admin. Oh, wait a second. We've also lost a lot of land. Oh, man. Alright, well, we'll get to that when we get to it. We are a little bit negative in our diplomatic power, which I did ask in the last episode about the events. I couldn't remember, but I guess that answers my question for me. Alright, as for these guys, let's go ahead and start suppressing any upstartedness. We do not approve of such messaging, so please remember, if you want to be looked after, do not revolt. So we'll work on that. Extra colonist. Where on earth is our extra colonist? I should really see. If we go... Oh, hang on a second. There we go. So with our claims, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm guessing when we sent our colonist to that last colony, they were still in transit. Yep, which is why it was at 6 and not 8 like it is currently. Alright, very, very good. Glad I figured that out. That would have annoyed me otherwise. So that I'm okay with. We are very close to sorting out... Hang on a second, 43%? No, it's the settlers. That's what we're looking at. Yeah, here we are. This one's almost finished. Give it a... give it a couple of months and we should be good. And yeah, that should be excellent. But then we can go ahead, annex Mohawk as well. Again, our loan size has now increased to 184. So taking all that land has been particularly nice. It's always good to expand. And then, I guess once we've solidified our position up here, which we can call up, so we will. I think what we'll do is, yeah, we'll start running back down that coast there. Again, we'll obviously try and catch back up and make sure that we have some solid prevention of the British. That said, though, they'll probably colonize up around here. They could easily skirt their way around us, which it's not fantastic for us, but it's certainly not the worst. As long as we are protected on a couple of fronts, that is going to be very, very helpful. Alright, and what do we want to do? You guys doing anything better? New Castile now does exist. Can we try and maybe... Can we maybe negotiate? To gain some things. But you know what? We'll bring back a spy. Micmac. Let's fabricate the claim. That will be sufficient. Let's close that down. What have we got? Casus Belli. Yep, excellent. We can probably make the most of that if we attack Mohawk as well. That would work out rather well. Yeah, Mohawk would almost be willing to be a vassal if... oh, we own their cause. Never mind, that's never going to happen, so we're not even going to bother trying to ally with them. I think if we declare war... Yeah, we'll take what we can get. We'll take this as well, force them there. We'll call this up. And I think that'll work out rather well. So I think that's maybe what we're going to go ahead and do in the next one. We're looking pretty good as far as everything is concerned, so I'm happy with that. We're getting close to being able to finish off a couple more of our missions. That building buildings. We will buy those workshops, but again... Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We'll leave that be where it is for now. We'll come back and I'll decide whether we want to take out a loan and become indebted again. Who knows? We might invest, we might not. But that is for me to think about in between videos. And if you do want to see any more future content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all content, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan signing out.